Hello. Welcome, everyone, including all of those friends and families that are watching from home. I am Deborah Larson, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the California State University and the faculty, staff, and students and administrators of Chico State, it is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you to the 26th Annual Commencement Ceremony for graduates with master's degrees. You did good. Thank you for joining us for this momentous event. In this most unusual time, we have taken every precaution necessary as outlined by our state and county health professionals. While we are seated and socially distanced, we may all remove our masks. Yay. Graduates, please put your masks back on when you rise to prepare for crossing the stage. You will be instructed to remove your mask just before you cross the stage. We begin the ceremony with an acknowledgement that we are mindful that Chico State stands on the lands that were originally occupied by the first people of the area, the Matupta. And we recognize their distinctive spiritual relationship with this land and the waters that run through our campus. We are humbled that Chico State resides upon sacred lands that once sustained the Matupta for centuries. Without their support and continued positive presence in our community, we would be unable to forward the cultural and educational work that is at the heart of this event. It is now my pleasure to introduce Sofia Gutierrez, majoring in musical theater, who will sing the national anthem. Please rise. Thank you, Sophia. Please be seated. Graduates, tonight is a recognition of your notable accomplishment. You have just completed a journey that so few others have attempted and achieved. Less than 10% of our nation's population holds a master's degree. You have joined the ranks of a very small group of achievers. By completing your master's degree, you have exhibited the determination, drive, and dedicated focus to achieve this exceptional goal. You have sacrificed free time, family time, and sleep. Indeed, you have persevered through a worldwide pandemic. Your resiliency during this once-in-a-lifetime event is inspirational. Completing a master's degree is an outstanding achievement, and completing this degree during this incredible time of disruption and complexity makes this achievement even more outstanding. You deserve a round of applause. I know that you did not reach this point on your own. Your friends, families, faculty members, and teachers have all contributed to your success. They have devoted time and care in guiding, encouraging, and yes, prodding you to succeed. Your memories and appreciation of the important roles they played in your success will last a lifetime. Together, let's clap, wave, or offer a gesture of namaste to your families, friends, and professors who have supported you so well. On behalf of our graduates, thank you, supporters. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party. Colleagues, please stand or wave when I call your name. Dr. Karen Lightfoot, Director of the School of Nursing, representing the College of Natural Sciences. Dr. Eddie Vela, Dean of the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences. Dr. John Unruh, Dean of the College of Agriculture. Dr. Angela Trethewey, Dean of the College of Communications and Education. Dr. Suzanne Sanuska, Associate Dean for the College of Business. Dr. Sharon Barrios, Dean of the Graduate Studies. Ms. Vania Buck, our 2021 graduate of the Masters of Social Work program and tonight's student speaker. Dr. Tracy Butts, Dean of the College of Humanities and Fine Arts. Dr. Blake Wentz, Dean of the College of Engineering, Computer Science, and Construction Management. Dr. Susan Roll, Chair of the School of Social Work and tonight's faculty speaker. And Dr. Gail Hutchinson, President of CSU Chico. It is now my honor to invite, pardon me, let's start that over again. It is now my honor to invite to the podium this year's faculty speaker, Dr. Susan Roll, Chair and Professor of the School of Social Work.
Thank you, Provost Larson. Whew. All right. More than 20 years ago, I was graduating with my master's degree in social work from Arizona State University. Like many of the master's students here today, I was in a 3-year program. I worked full-time in a mental health center while I took classes and completed my internships in the field. I worked really hard, and I was ready to be done. On that day, I said to my friends and family, thank goodness a master's degree is the terminal degree in social work, because I don't ever want to go back to school. And yet, almost a decade later, I found myself craving the opportunity to read, write, and discuss the most pressing challenges of our world in the intellectual setting of graduate school that pushes our thinking, deepens our curiosity, and fosters our critical analysis of the world around us. So I did indeed go back to school. It was one of 1,000 times that I realized that we cannot predict the future. We don't know what lies ahead. And if ever there was a year in my 51 so far on this earth that has taught us that we have, in fact, very little control of how life will unfold, it has been this one. It's been quite a year, unlike we could never have imagined. The COVID-19 pandemic has literally changed our world. It's taught us many things about our strengths and our limitations as a society. Most importantly, it has laid bare vast inequities in our communities across the country and around the globe. Especially with the added lens of the Black Lives Matter movement, we've had to come to reckon with the stark realities of social injustice and systems which allow for some to have so much and for many to have so little. Fortunately, the future is bright. The future is you. You get to write this next chapter. those of you who graduate today with master's degrees in a variety of disciplines. And listen to this, check this out. These are the colleges you are graduating from: behavioral and social science, humanities and fine arts, natural science, agriculture, business, communication and education, and engineering, computer science, and construction management. Imagine all that talent and brain power. That gives me faith and great confidence in looking ahead. On behalf of all of the faculty, we are so proud of you and excited to see you change the world. Thank you. Now it is such a joy and pleasure to introduce another social worker, tonight's student speaker, Vanya S. Buck, who graduates tonight with her master's degree in social work. During her time at Chico State, Vanya has been an outstanding student scholar. She won first place in her session at the statewide CSU Student Research Competition, received an infographic contest award from our professional association, and is graduating with distinction. Vanya is also recognized for her leadership. She served as the president of the Graduate Student Council, the grad student representative on the university's Institutional Research Review Board, Adelante social media lead coordinator, and the founding editor-in-chief of the Chico State Student Journal of Research. Please welcome our student speaker, Vanya Buck.
Thank you, Dr. Roll. Welcome, graduates! So, we made it. After an exhausting year full of uncertainty, we made it. I'll admit that over this past year, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it to this point. Some days were so tiring, some weeks were so difficult, and some months were filled with so many unexpected developments that I did wonder. Especially when I think back to March 2020, when we first learned that campus was going remote. Do you remember that day? I do. I remember the exact time I received that campus announcement. It was my first day at my new job on campus, and what I thought would be an extended spring break turned out to be one of the hardest years of my academic career. I imagine most of you would agree. First, we had to scramble to adjust to online classes. How many times did we forget to mute or unmute ourselves at the right times? We had to learn to work with poor internet connections, chaotic work-at-home environments, and Zoom fatigue. And we had to learn to live without in-person interaction with our professors and peers. We also had to adapt to a new way of living outside of school as well. Job losses, no indoor restaurants or bars, uncomfortable trips to the grocery store, dousing hand sanitizer, and having to run back to your car because you forgot your mask again. And the shortage of toilet paper of all things. We were all affected by the pandemic, but most difficult of all were the health scares and struggles that we, our family, friends faced due to the COVID-19 virus. My heart goes out to all of you who struggled in this way. Let's send a collective virtual hug and kind thought to all of those we know who were directly impacted by the illness itself. Even as we remember the lives of all of those affected, I know that not everything this year was difficult. Many of us soon found joy in being able to work from home and wear our pajamas all day. We learned to cook better, or at least more. We started reading books again. We connected with old friends and made new ones in virtual spaces. And although we never envisioned grad school to be like this, we learned that we could still grow and make progress towards our degrees. We also learned some other things about our graduating class. We learned we are resilient. We were able to bounce back from not only an unexpected pandemic affecting the entire world, but everything else going on in our lives, and still complete our degree. We learned that we are persistent. My mother always told me, "Échale ganas, mija," which in English means something like, "Don't give up and try your best." Well, I can say that we did just that. Even after the many times that we were exhausted and felt like giving up, we pushed through. And we learned that we are grateful. We know we didn't get here on our own. We are grateful to our wonderful spouses and partners, like my wife, Kale, who continue to support me through my grad program while simultaneously completing hers. And to our amazingly patient family, friends, staff, and faculty mentors. On behalf of all of us, thank you for your flexibility and enthusiastic encouraging, for checking in with us, and for standing by us even when we ignored your phone calls because we rushed to finish a paper. Finally, to the graduating class of 2020 and 2021, thank you for inspiring us with your hard work and dedication, for showing us all the power of resilience, persistence, and gratitude to bring about the attainment of even the loftiest of goals in the most difficult of times. Thank you for giving us so much to celebrate tonight. Congratulations, graduates. We made it.
Thank you, Dr. Roll and Ms. Buck. We appreciate your words. Graduates, I will end my remarks by saying that I am sending you the very best thoughts as you venture from your educational experiences and move into your professional careers. On behalf of all of us at Chico State, congratulations. Take care, and please come back to Chico State often. We will miss you. It is now my great honor to introduce the president of our university, Dr. Gail Hutchinson. In her years here at Chico State, first as faculty, chair, dean, and now returned as our president for nearly 5 years, President Hutchinson has shown consistent support for our graduate education and students. President Hutchinson, we appreciate you and all that you do to welcome, embrace, engage, encourage our students. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you, Provost. We meet here today under historic circumstances. 2021 has brought worldwide disruption on a level unseen in modern times, and you, our graduate students, are ready to step out into the world that is in need of everything you have to offer. It's my hope that you will take the education that you have received here at Chico State and continue to live our time-honored values. Be that independent thinker we know you are, that engaged citizen. Develop your own views and voice based on your education, and use that voice and those views to positively impact the world around you. This does not mean that you have all the answers, and it's important to acknowledge differences of opinion and to learn to work across divides to discover new ways of being, of living, and of thinking. Chico State embraces diversity, and we work hard to create community and connectedness. We are proud of our culture of caring and the sense of place that is instilled in you, our graduates. It is my hope that you have learned to speak courageously and confidently, and not simply stand safely on the sidelines, but risk being wrong and dare to fail. For it is in failure that you learn and grow, and I know will succeed next time. Graduates, you are acutely aware that you are entering the world at a time of deep uncertainty and anxiety. I mean, COVID was really tough last 15 months, but yet you persevered. And as Vanya just said, it was with resistance, persistence, and gratitude. I like that. I'm going to borrow that. There are great challenges and great prospects for your generation. How do we mitigate and prevent catastrophic events like the Camp Fire, other historic fires? How do we respond to the progress and collective will of a nation to demand racial justice and equality? How do we feed a population expected to grow to almost 10 billion in decades ahead? What steps can we take to live more sustainable lives and build a resilient future together? You know, the pandemic has shown us that we are all connected and vulnerable in more ways than perhaps we've ever imagined. How we respond to adversity truly matters, and lives truly depend on it. I want to share with you a quote by National Youth Poet Laureate Amanda Gorman from her piece, The Miracle of Mourning. While we might feel small, separate, and all alone, our people have never been more tightly tethered. The question's not if we will weather the unknown. It's how we weather the unknown together. Graduates, your skills, wisdom, values, and experiences are needed more now than ever. Through your academic journey in search of knowledge, you have been tested and you've learned to be resilient. You have been challenged and discovered your ability to think critically and make informed decisions. You have succeeded, and now you realize that you are strong, wise, and ready. Classes of 2020 and 21, the world is yours to make better. A graduate degree equips you to respond to changes in yourself and the world around you, and inevitably occur over your lifetime. Today, take pride in your accomplishments. We are immensely proud of what you have done, and even more, we look forward to what you will do when you leave us. So we're about to enter into a very important part of the ceremony, but it's in 2 steps. The first step, I am going to ask you to stand, and we're going to talk about that hood you're holding in your lap. The second step is I'm going to ask most of you to sit down, and then we will begin the process of lining up so that you can walk across stage. Are you ready for the hooding lesson? Okay, here we go. I just happen to have one right here. All right, if everyone would stand, and I'm going to hope I don't give you an earful with feedback. Okay, you have your hood, yes? This is very important. Pay close attention, because normally we would have someone hood you. But in this instance, because we're social distancing, we shall hood ourselves. And then we will show our hoods to our partners or our friends on our left and our friends on our right. All right, let's begin with the black strap. If you hold that black strap up and let the hood dangle, you will see that the long part of the hood is next to your body right now. See that? And this long part of the hood is what we want to really go down the back of your robe. So this is where it gets tricky. I'll explain it twice. What you're going to do as you hold that V, that black strap up like this, you're going to take your non-dominant hand, for me it's my left, I'm going to take my right hand and put it on the far side of my hood, my left hand here, and now I'm going to simply, watch this, I'm going to flip it around and place it over so that it goes down. And that V that you have should rest comfortably right in front. So I see many of you are doing it. Great. Now, if you would look left, look right, and if you see someone struggling, coach them from a distance. And for those of you who have successfully done this, now your colors, the colors of Chico State, should be away from your back and be displayed beautifully. Okay, so help one another. Oh, I see a lot of beautiful color out there. I see a lot of beautiful red and white. Okay, one more time for those who are still struggling. Hold the black cord. Separate that cord. Turn the cord away from your body as you flip the hood over your head. Rest the velvet on your shoulders with the V of the front face down in front of your body. The length of the hood should go down your back, and your colors are displayed for all to see. Now, as soon as you're ready, I need you back in front of your seat, and I'm going to ask you to do a 360 so we can all marvel at your color and make sure it's all set. So would everybody please back in front of their seats? Last check to the front and to the back. All right, on 3, we're all going to turn so that platform party can make sure you're looking good. Everybody ready? Oh, yes, and you want to know which way we're going to turn. So turn to your left all the way around. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Turn slowly. Let's see those colors. Oh, liking it, liking it. Class of 2020 and 2021. There's a reason why we're graduate students. Excellent job, excellent job. Okay, now here's the second part, because this is where we're going to start making our way to stage. So I'm going to ask the graduates in the front row to remain standing and put on your mask, and you're going to follow the marshal's instructions. Graduates behind the first row, please take your seats, and as marshals approach you, they'll get you ready to line up, and we'll be able to have you have that opportunity to walk across stage. And then I'll be back toward the end to confer degrees. Thank you.
It took me 2 years to figure that out.
Oh, yeah, and come on in, folks. This is your spot right here. Thank you. Are you? I'm feeling okay, but swear it if you want. Because so they're just going to go right here.
Oh, we're going to not mess around with that.
Right, and Jerry.
Joy Renee Long.
Thanks, Joy. Congratulations. Tanya.
It'd probably be easier to be trying to make everyone run up again.
We'll get it figured out.
As well as doing Sunday. Like,
I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait.
so for Nody, you're going to go stand on those orange feet.
Okay.
They're going to take your photo, and you walk X in front of the podium.
You know you're right at the podium. Gotcha.
Crystal Gale Jones.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. They're going to take your photo, and they're going to X in front of the podium.
Brooke Briggs.
You're going to stand on the orange feet, and then you're going to, I guess, go sit in your seat. Yeah. Great speech.
Vania Buck.
Stand on the orange feet. X in front of the podium.
Shannon Parks.
Stand on the orange feet, and X in front of the podium. There you go.
Dana Moot.
Wait for him to take the photo on Sunday. You're going to stand on the orange feet, and then X in front of the podium. Go ahead.
Mitchell Lynn Williams.
Feet, X in front of the podium. Wait a second. Take the photo up. All right, go ahead.
Jimmie Bradley.
Orange feet, X in front of the podium. And wait for the photo to be taken. Go ahead.
Nilufar Sami.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Photo taken. X in front of the podium. Go ahead.
Amanda Vieira.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. X in front of the podium. And you go.
Brianna Guerrero.
Stand on the orange feet. X in front of the podium. All right. You go.
Guadalupe Lupita Arimla.
Stand on the orange feet. X in front of the podium. All right, go ahead.
Jeremy Kent Markley.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Okay, X in front of the podium. Go ahead.
Michael L. Swindle.
Orange feet. You're going to stand on those orange feet. You're going to exit in front of the podium. And you're going to, yeah.
Marisol Navarro.
You can stand on the orange feet.
Maura Timmons.
Stand on the orange feet. Go ahead.
Shelley M. Wong.
You're stand on the orange feet.
Rebecca Long.
Lisa Sarah Harms.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. And you go.
Molly Vang.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. So you're going to take your photo. All right, you walk.
Apardi Filisan.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Get your photo taken. All right.
Deanna Elaine Borgeson.
Stand on those orange feet. All right, you go.
Rachael E. Hendry.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. And you go ahead and walk.
Angela Curry.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Get your photo taken. Wait for her to get ready for the photo. All right.
Luann Vandergrift Peitz.
Orange feet. Get your photo taken. Wait for her to get a photo taken. All right, go ahead.
Gary Todd Sanderson.
Should I be jumping again? This will be like all Sunday. You're going to stand on the orange feet. Get your photo taken. Go ahead.
Amanda Lightfoot Wright.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Wait for her to get her photo taken. All right, go ahead.
Elisa Colby.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Wait for her to get her photo taken. All right, go ahead.
Enrique Galavan.
Stand on those orange feet. Wait for her to get her photo taken. Go ahead.
Caitlyn Maisie Patterson.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Then they're going to take your photo. All right, go ahead.
Jolene Lazareski.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. They're going to take your photo. All right, go ahead.
Stephen Huff.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. And then they're going to take your photo. So wait for it to get taken. All right, here we go.
Allison McConnell.
Julie Louise Hunter.
You're going to stand on the orange feet.
Coral Olenek.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. Get your photo taken. All right, go ahead.
Joseph Mello.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. Get your photo taken. Okay, go ahead.
Brian Giles.
Okay, here you can put taking on the orange feet. Wait for him to get his thing real quick. All right, go ahead.
Heather Dawn Fullerton.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Get your photo taken. All right, you go ahead.
Teresa Mercado.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Get your photo taken. Wait for her to get her first. All right. You're good.
Sandra Jeanette Haudegi.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Wait for her to get her photo taken real quick. All right, go ahead.
Tanya Marie Torst.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Wait for her to get her photo taken. All right, good. You're good.
Kelly Deneen Jardin.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. Get your photo taken. Wait for her to get hers. All right, you're good.
Gary William Pope.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Get your photo taken. All right, go ahead.
Alberto Gomez.
You're going to stand on those orange feet and you're going to take your photo. All right, good walk.
Leanne Woods.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. Go ahead.
Victorina Jeffers.
Stand on the orange feet and you're going to take your photo. Wait a second. Yeah, go ahead.
Mike Hugher.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. You're going to take your photo. Go ahead.
Darnell Lee.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. You're going to take your photo. All right, you're good walk.
Asia Coulter.
You're standing on the orange feet. Get your photo taken. Yeah. All right, you're good walk.
Christina Burge.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. They're going to take your photo. Awesome. Go ahead and walk.
Nicholas Ronald Caputo.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. They're going to take your photo. Good walk.
Dylan Alexander Smith.
The orange feet. Yep. You're going to take your photo. And you're good walk.
Shantanessian. Shelby Freese.
Amanda Flores. Kelsey Amanda Linden. Jackson Gendron. Shane Kaler. Gurpreet Singh Virk.
Ellen Faltrick.
Cole James. Benjamin Charles Howard.
Eduardo Darabal Carvalho.
Kenneth Michael Fitzgerald. Jesse Matthew Nicholas.
Carolina J. Cano. Kosu Yang. Autumn Michelle Brock.
Rebecca Qualls Neal. Matilde Artiaga.
Sandra Diana Gomez. Lindsay Anaí Avina.
Leslie Guadalupe Leon. John Machado.
Madison Lee Brandt.
Maya Taylor.
Jason Paul Morgan.
Adam Domingo. Molly Tao. Yahaira Cruz.
Ashley Huang. Regan Miller Lechner.
Courtney Magnus.
Maya Tchaikovsky.
Taylor Guy.
Kelly Clark. Cheyenne Amaro. Melody Rose Blue. Robert Keith Datu.
Ivan Martinez Gonzalez.
Leslie Jurado. Olivia Renee Delgado. Alexi Curtis. Haley Williamson. Michaela Kaufsbeck. Kaylee Fish. Kennedy Curran. Caitlyn Christina Sarepa. Ashlee Marie Paterno. Kayla Rodriguez.
Amber Noel Camacho. Rachel McBride Pretorius.
Brandon Lyle Finn.
Juan Vega Ramirez. Jason Scott Bonert.
Emmanuel M. Bejarano. Jenna Nicole Stansbury. Emily Ariano. Tirza DePont. Shannon Carol Schnitker. Laura Michelle Cravens Ray. Jose Robert Solis. Chen Chen. Julia Maldonado. Shinru Ni. Angelica Martinez Gonzalez. Robin Wilson. Emmy LaRose. Erica Cecilia Bitters. Maggie Jeannie Long.
Melanie Marie Minchinton.
Kelly Tatiana Tuvel. Alicia Ansley. Alondra Lomelli. Evelyn Melendez. Jordan Girola. Angelica Herrera. Sandra Vannessa Martell.
Kirsty Steiner Montgomery. Jessie Elena De Mercurio.
Chetan Sai Kura. Padam Rana. Jennifer Phelps. Alicia Marie Lane.
Stand on those orange feet. You're going to wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Nancy Quintana.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. Then you're going to wait on the flash. I'll help you go up. You're going to walk.
Jacqueline Francis Collins.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. And you're going to wait on that flash. You're going to walk.
Lori Ann Stone.
Hey. Oh, come on. You're going to stand on the orange feet. You're going to wait on the flash. And you're going to walk.
Heather Pedroso.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. And you're going to wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Amy Meta Canner.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. And you're going to wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Eden Wiley.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. You're going to wait on the flash.
Okay.
You're going to walk.
Okay. Thank you.
You're up.
Alma Rosa Lopez.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. And you're going to wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Ismael Delgadillo.
Stand on the orange feet. And you're waiting on the flash. And you're going to walk.
Alicia Marie de la Serna.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. And you're going to wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Olivia Plazanet.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. And you're going to wait on the flash. And you're going to walk.
Yesenia Carmona.
You're going to stand on those orange feet. And you're going to wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Allison Page Ward.
Yeah, you're going to stand on those orange feet. And you're going to wait on the flash.
Laura Ann Purcell.
Stand on the orange feet. And then wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Melissa K. Purcell.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. And you're going to wait on the flash. And you're good to go. You're up.
Leonel Zarati.
You're going to stand on the orange feet. And then you're going to wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Darlene Ochoa.
You're going to stand on those orange feet and then wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Bethia Katura Williams.
So you're going to stand on those orange feet and make sure you wait on the flash. Go ahead.
Jessica Meza Soto.
You're going to stand on those orange feet and then wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Devam Sharma.
You're going to stand on those orange feet and then wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Noman Fayaz Sheikh.
You're going to stand on the orange feet and then wait on the flash. You're going to walk. Yep.
Gopal Singh Ragoni.
Stand on those orange feet and wait on the
Subed Ajit Shavan.
You're going to stand on those orange feet and then wait on the flash. Okay, go ahead and walk.
Jayesh Sati.
You're going to stand on those orange feet and wait on the flash. For a second. All right, good.
Piradipan Nagarajan.
Orange feet and then wait on the flash. Good. Walk.
Lisa Torres.
You're going to stand on those orange feet and then you're going to wait on the flash. All right.
Carrie Vang.
You're going to stand on those orange feet and then you're going to wait on the flash. All right, you're going to walk.
Esbeidi Scarlett Tapia Castrejon.
Orange feet and you're going to wait on the flash. All right, go ahead and walk.
Diksha Vijaynarayan Pandey.
You're going to stand on the orange feet and then you're going to wait on the flash. All right, you're going to walk.
Pratiksha Kapse.
You're going to stand on those orange feet and then you're going to wait on the flash. You're going to walk.
Zeba Fatima.
You're going to stand on those orange feet and you're going to wait on the flash to photo. Go ahead.
Adrian Dominique Williams.
Stand on the orange feet. Go ahead. Wait. You're going to wait on the flash and you're going to walk.
Dipali Madurao Patil.
You're now going to stand on the orange feet and wait on the flash. And then you walk. Yeah, we got to make sure you get your photo. All right, you're good.
Nanri Yang.
The orange feet. Wait on the flash. All right, go ahead, walk.
Isabel Selden Spears.
Then you're going to wait on the flash. You're good to walk.
Megan Cardwell Henry.
Stand on the orange feet. Then you're going to wait on the flash. All right, you're good to walk.
Celeste Torres Luis.
Stand on those orange feet. Then you're going to wait on the flash. Walk.
Joanna Lopez Godinez.
Stand on the orange feet. Then wait on the flash.
Vanessa Nicole Salcido. Haley Catherine Nant. Amanda Taylor.
Brianna Cameron. Shannon Shaughnessy Miller. Lorena Ibarra Heredia. Monica Lopez Acosta. Nancy Ileana Larios Palayo.
Myers Lore. Elijah Y. Jeanette Aaron Koski. Melanie Beard. Olga Garcia Flores. Tammy Catherine German. Zabdit Martinez Neria. Jane McKelvey. Emily Antonitsis. Patricia Angeline Inzunza. Ji Young. Vannessa Giselle Avelar. Townley Say. Veronica Ledesma. Natalie Porter. Carol Ulrich Hash. Elsa Itzel Lopez Montaño.
We'll just wait a minute for folks to return to their seats. Isn't it a lovely evening? I love it out here in the evening. It really is nice. Beautiful ceremony. All of you looked absolutely fabulous in your hoods on stage. I actually think before we continue, you should give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. To families, friends, significant others, it is my distinct honor to introduce the 2020 and 2021 candidates for master's degrees of arts and sciences. Graduates, please stand. Candidates, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you the master's degree appropriate to the course of study you have pursued, with all the rights and privileges pertaining hereto. To the fierce and extraordinary classes of 2020 and 2021, on behalf of the entire Chico State community, with joy for the moment and hope for the future, I offer each and every one of you my most heartfelt and hearty congratulations.
Graduates of the class of 2020 and 21, your faculty marshals will instruct your road and will lead you to the exit. Congratulations.